and we're here to support the candidate. This area in particular raises many challenges from an economic perspective, from a job creation perspective.
It is absolutely critical for MK to win this ward for a number of reasons. We are not represented in the area, and the people here are starving. It's a poor area. Now, somebody has to stop the GNU. It's only the MK party that will be able to stop the GNU. Already the GNU is increasing taxes, and who's going to suffer? It's our people who live in these areas who will suffer most. Furthermore, the area is full of mines. We don't want a situation whereby the area will fall into wrong hands.
The West Coast has got a very particular problem, and that's the fishing industry. And the fishing industry has been decimated by monopoly capital. And unfortunately, the capitalist system that this ANC GNU government has adopted is depriving these people of their basic human rights, and that is to feed their families. So MK is here to make sure that we contest this by-election and that we make sure we can give the dignity back to our fishing communities by creating the jobs and making sure that we implement a system where we can impart skills and educate.
The campaign has been going so well. We do very well since we started in January. The biggest challenge is the unemployment. The second one is the gangsters. It's more gangsters because every day or 5 days later we just get a child lying in the street. That is our challenge. My focus will be, ever since 2016, I've been left the councilship. There was never again that like building of housing, like electrify places, like for instance for Marikana. We did already get money from the MIC fund the time I was a councillor. So that money is not implemented yet. I don't know what is the problem. And houses in Iraq, for instance, there's nothing that has been built since 2016. Even here, just opposite this road, there is the plot already been identified, developed, but as nothing is happening. So I must look after those things. Where's those things we have already approved in the council?
The reason why MK must get into power in the Western Cape, particularly in Saldanha Bay, is very simple. You have Saldanha Bay as the hub of industrialization. The steel mills, the harbor, the port, you've got the industrial capacity here, all available. And you can see you've got a dry port, you've got a free port, you've got a port that is supposed to be for fishing, as well as commercial objectives and activities. But as you can see, the town has been shut down. Nothing is working. The port is non-functional, it's semi-operational. You've got the steel mills that are just sitting and non-operational. You've got the free port that is not even occupied. So as you can see, they have systematically shut down the city. And what we want to do is to make sure that we can re-industrialize and reopen up commerce and business in Saldanha Bay.
And what's so encouraging for me here today is to see the amount of young people that came out to walk with MK.
I'm sure they can't wait to vote. I think we have done everything in our power to ensure that we install Commander Biko as a councillor of Ward 1. And by look of things, I think that we don't have any contest here. We are winning the elections. We are just waiting now for ceremonial process in terms of voting and counting votes. But in literal sense, we are winning the elections. We're covered.
Okay, I came here to come and support our candidate because when I made a research about him, he was a very good leader before, and people of Saldanha Bay in the ward do have a belief in him.
It's quite evident in the fact that there's issues around sustainability, issues around education, and issues around unemployment. When you go on the ground and you go around people, you can see that it's quite evident There's a significant amount of unemployment. Kids need education, they need livelihood, they need work and sustainability. The issue around the fishing and the contracts that's been gone out to large conglomerates, I think that needs to be returned to the people so they can sustain themselves.
Deputy President Dr. John Shlope is correct. The one thing that needs to be dismantled here is the GNU. It is because of the GNU that this community is sitting where it is. The same background, philosophy and political ideology that has gripped South Africa for many decades is back again. And the MK party is here to make sure that that does not continue.